Now, on Good Morning Northwest, our gas prices among the highest in the country. Why are they so high? And is our gas tax the biggest culprit?
We're going to have another mild day today. We're going to have more cloud cover than yesterday. You can see them live right there. But we do have some positive changes. We'll have that coming up.
And the leader of the Proud Boys wasn't at the Capitol during the January 6th attack. Why? He was just sentenced to more time than any other member of his hate group. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, September 6th. Let's check in with Mark in our first alert forecast. A little bit of a cool start.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Temperatures in the low 50s and then 45 into Coeur d'Alene. But we have the cloud cover here. Look at this. Gorgeous with, again, some clouds and some beautiful breaks over into Coeur d'Alene. 30 miles makes all the difference. Now, we look at 4 things you need to know. Well, we've been talking about the chilly mornings all week, really in reference to the fact that those kids getting up, they're getting out, make sure that they're dressed appropriately. More clouds today than yesterday. High's going to be in the 70s solid all week long, but we do have a chance of rain in the forecast. We'll talk about that. We look at the forecast radar, and I got to tell you, that cloud cover hanging out until about 5 o'clock dinner time. That's going to push out, clear out. Tomorrow, mostly sunny conditions. Still going to see those scattered showers, though, into parts of the central panhandle all the way across to Missoula. Right now, 46 into Deer Park, 9 Mile, you're at 47, 47 in Spangle, 51 downtown, 45 over into Rathdrum. Here's our forecast for the day. 10 o'clock, yeah, we'll finally get 63 degrees, pretty solid. 2 o'clock, 73. In fact, we're going to be in the low to mid 70s all afternoon. And then we're going to cool down again with a clearing sky tonight.
All right, Mark, thank you. Former Proud Boys national chairman Enrique Tarrio sentenced to more than 2 decades behind bars and the longest sentence imposed so far in connection with the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
Well, now the Justice Department is preparing to put former President Trump on trial at the same courthouse in Washington, D.C. on charges that he illegally schemed to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. Let's get to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Now desk with details.
Robin, this morning, former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio going to prison for 22 years after orchestrating his far-right extremist group's attack on the U.S. Capitol. It's the harshest sentence handed down among any of the more than 1,100 individuals charged so far in connection to January 6th. Prosecutors had asked for 33 years. Now, Tarrio was not president at the time of the riot, but prosecutors still say he played a key role, arguing Tarrio watched the violence unfold at 2:38 p.m., posting to social media, "Don't expletive leave."
That they're getting pretty high sentences, I think sends a huge signal about the importance of vindicating the harm that was caused on January 6th.
Tarrio's sentencing comes days after several other former Proud Boys members were convicted of seditious conspiracy. And it comes as the Justice Department prepares its case against Donald Trump in Jack Smith's 2020 election probe. Special Counsel Jack Smith is widening his federal investigation, focusing on fundraising and efforts to breach voting equipment, raising the possibility of additional charges. And Trump's federal election interference case is set for March 4th, 2024, despite his attorney's efforts to push it back until after the presidential election. If that date holds, it'll come one day before Super Tuesday. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Well, Donald Trump and all of the 18 co-defendants in Georgia's election interference case have pleaded not guilty. Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee is presiding over the Georgia election subversion case. He's scheduled a hearing for today to address concerns and questions about trial scheduling and possibly breaking up the case. The proceedings are expected to be televised. You might be glad that summer travel is coming to an end because Washington still has some of the highest gas prices in the country.
According to AAA, the average price of gas in the state is $5.09 a gallon. That's $1.28 more than the national average. A big factor, of course, the state's cap and trade system. Bronte Sorotsky is live this morning to explain how these numbers compare here in Spokane.
Well, here in Spokane County, the average cost of gas is $4.77 a gallon. Now, one reason for that skyrocketing number is the state's cap and trade program. Now, this program requires companies to buy carbon allowances for each metric ton of carbon their products emit, meaning it costs companies more money to sell their gas here in Washington, and that added cost gets pushed on to drivers. Washington and California are the only states with full-fledged cap and trade programs programs, and Washington's auction prices are higher than California's. In July, the average price of gas in Washington was $4.95 a gallon, the highest in the country. That's $1.41 more than the national average. According to AAA, Washington's gas prices were 8% higher than they were this time last year. At the end of August, California took over for having the highest gas costs in the country, but gas prices here in Washington were still more than $1 above the national average at $5.10 a gallon versus $3.82. You can find more information about this up on our website, kxly.com. Now, coming up later in the newscast, I'll explain where the money from this program is going and how it aims to benefit the state. Reporting live in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Bronte, thank you. We now know the name of the man who was shot and killed in Spokane Valley over the weekend. Police say Dennis Vizina was shot by 46-year-old Jason Barton Saturday near the Jack in the Box on North Argonne. According to newly released court documents, Barton shot Vizina in the back while he was running away. Barton is charged with first-degree murder.
A 54-year-old man's in custody accused of firing multiple rounds in Moscow yesterday morning. Investigators say it happened near South Almond and 1st Streets, just north of Highway 8. Police cordoned off a number of blocks and gave a shelter-in-place order that lasted for hours as they tried to get that man to surrender. He faces multiple charges, including unlawful discharge of weapons, disturbing the peace, and resisting officers.
Well, the first day of the school year for thousands of Spokane students also marked the first day for the brand new Pepperzak Middle School. The school's 99-year-old namesake, Carla Pepperzak, was in attendance, honored for her bravery and strength during the Holocaust. The Holocaust survivor says she wants people to see the school and recognize her name and her story of saving Jews during World War II. She also stresses the importance of keeping Holocaust education alive.
So the main thing for me is really if people hear that name and they say why that name, and that the youngsters and people will be informed and taught about the Holocaust, and that is the most important thing for me.
On October 21st, the middle school hosts its official open house for everyone to come and check out the finished school.
If you work at a school, you can get a free coffee today. Wake Up Call Coffee is welcoming teachers and staff back to school with a free beverage. The local coffee shop wants to thank and honor the hard work of those who help support, nurture, and educate the children in our community. Today only, teachers and school staff should bring in school IDs at any of the shops in Spokane or Coeur d'Alene to receive a free 20-ounce drink of their choice, again, at any of the Wake Up Call locations.
A 20-ounce drink, too, is a pretty good size. They're not just giving you like a 12-ounce.
Yeah, go do
Good
it.
deal.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
It's now 6:07.
All right, let's send things back over to Mark Peterson. And air quality, going to be an issue, or?
It's not going to be an issue. I guess that's the good news.
Yeah.
So we have these winds coming out of the south. You see north of Wenatchee, yeah, there's that fire there.
One little blip.
Yep.
That little moderate there. The rest of us are going to be breathing some pretty good air. Some cloudy air, though. We've got clouds. We're going to talk more about your full forecast coming up.
It is back to school day for West Valley Schools, Whitworth, and for the Riverside District, where many families have lost so much to wildfire. Coming up a little later, how the district will help students cope.
And right after the break, a secret visit to Ukraine. What we expect the U.S. Secretary of State to offer Ukraine in its continuing fight against Russia.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
At Joya Child and Family Development, little ones with developmental challenges are surrounded with support so they can reach their full potential.
Whether helping a child reach important milestones or uncovering a specific need, Joya offers specialized services so every child can thrive.
Numeric is honored to partner with organizations like Joya as they enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Let's go! Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
I'm 4 News Now Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Every little bit helps when it comes to protecting our river and aquifer. Learn how you can be water wise.
With hot summer days approaching, you may want to think about changing out those spray heads you have in your yard to rotary heads. Those are a thick spray that don't blow away in the wind and have a slower application rate that allow it to soak into your lawn. We have rebates for those too at waterwisespokane.org.
Hello, I'm Lloyd Herman. If you need legal assistance due to an accident or an injury, put my 40 years of experience of dealing with the insurance companies to work for you. You'll have an appointment to speak to me within 48 hours. Lloyd Herman & Associates, 922-6600.
The best new vehicles.
Make the best used vehicles.
And you know Wendell Ford Nissan.
But did you know you can find
Chevy,
Jeep,
Ram,
Honda,
Subaru,
Dodge,
Toyota,
Hyundai,
Mazda,
BMW,
Lexus,
and more.
Plus, ask us about Wendell's certified pre-owned vehicles, providing you worry-free protection.
The best used vehicles can be found at Wendell at the Y.
Drive for generations.
26 years strong.
At 6:10, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Top U.S. diplomat Antony Blinken arrived in Kyiv today in a gesture of support as Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russian forces grinds into its 4th month with only small gains.
Yeah, during his 2-day visit, Blinken will likely announce a new package of U.S. assistance worth more than $1 billion in the first trip to Kyiv by a top U.S. official since the Ukrainian counteroffensive began. Blinken is expected to meet with President Volodymyr Zelensky, among other senior officials and civil society figures.
More than 4 million people have enrolled in President Biden's new SAVE plan. The repayment plan promises to lower monthly bills as student loan payments are set to resume in October after a years-long pandemic-related pause. The majority of people already enrolled in SAVE were previously enrolled in a different repayment plan, the revised Pay As You Earn or REPAY, and automatically transferred. Interest began accruing on federal student loans September 1st, the first time since March of 2020.
The Federal Trade Commission and Amazon may be headed for a fight in court. The Wall Street Journal says top Amazon lawyers met with FTC officials last month in what's being described as a last chance to deal with antitrust allegations. But the two sides couldn't reach a deal over issues including how Amazon treats outside sellers on its platform.
This summer has been the hottest on record, according to the EU's Copernicus Climate Change Service. It says June, July, and August set the record by a, quote, large margin, with an average temperature of 62.2 degrees Fahrenheit, about 1.2 degrees warmer than average.
In our 10-second takeaway this morning, we've got more cloud cover than yesterday. You're still going to need light layers. It's a cool start to the day. Shades later on with some sun breaks. 74 will be our high today.
If you are a fan of running and brunching, we have some really good news.
Multicare will hold its Bridge to Brunch 5K on September 30th to raise funds for the Multicare Inland Northwest Foundation. Now, here's a look at the course map. The race will start at the WSU Health Sciences campus, or Spokane campus, at the corner of Spokane Falls Boulevard and North Sherman, and it will go kind of up and down the river. Anyone who participates will get a waffle breakfast and beverages at the end of the course, along with a beanie and prizes for the winners as well.
Fun stuff and delish.
All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:13.
Their homes and property burned to the ground. People in Elk, victims of the Oregon Road fire who've never needed help before, are now in need. Coming up, where they're getting that help.
And as we send you off to another break, a live look from Division Street here on your Wednesday morning. Look at that sky. We hope it's off to a great start. We're back with more Good Morning Northwest right after this.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Plumbing.
Twilight Bedding is the choice for all your mattress needs and now has 2 convenient locations in Spokane. Every mattress is manufactured locally, right here in Spokane, and crafted to meet any need you have. whether it's for your bedroom, boat, RV, or your pet. Stop by either location today and talk with an expert about the mattress that's right for you. Sleep right by Twilight.
Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call Swap. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Mr. Quad Casino Hotel in Chewelah is giving you a chance to win $45,000 to spend towards a new Chevy. Or you could win $35,000 cash. Your choice. Play your favorite games at Mr. Quad Casino Hotel to earn entries. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Join us Saturday, September 30th, starting at 6 p.m. for your chance to win. Learn more at MrQuad.com.
I like the always pan and perfect pot. Only at our place.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
Fall fashion and family fun, all in one place. River Park Square.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Plumbing.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Oh, a lot of excitement for the Riverside School District in Chattaroy yesterday evening. The district held a ribbon cutting for the new and improved Riverside Middle School. To prepare students to head back to class today, the district also added a resource fair to its annual open house.
Now, the goal to connect families impacted by the Oregon Road fires to resources they may still need. Aranya Kaur was there and had this report.
Well, the Riverside School District usually hosts a resource fair. This year specifically, they tailored it for the Elk wildfire victims.
Peter Welk wasn't planning to be at Riverside Elementary School, not the day before school started.
I've always been one that's helped and not asked for help, and it's really different. It's really different.
His home, the one they built just 9 years ago, now just a pile of ash in Elk.
I'll never forget how fast that was. That was, you see the fire and it's get out now, it's right on us. And it was fast. And now we're starting all over again.
Now in recovery mode, they've been from Spokane Falls Community College to churches to get the resources they need.
Now it's nice to have these people here so that we could see all of them in one place.
But Welk says coming here is worth it as he rebuilds his home once again.
Knowing what's here and being able to take advantage of what we've got, because there are a lot of resources available. And it's good to get those right now when we need them.
In Chattaroy, Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
And the Riverside School District delayed the start of the school year by a week because of the Oregon Road fire.
But the time has come. Classes resume this morning. Take a look. These empty halls will soon be filled with students. But back to school looks a whole lot different for northern Spokane County this year. Some families don't have a home, let alone pencils and notebooks. About 100 kids in this district have homes within the fire zone. Some are living in cars or with family and friends. But Riverside is trying to help them.
We have what is called a flight team, and the flight team is made up of school counselors, mental health therapists, social workers, and agency representatives. So they're going to be on site throughout all of our schools.
The district is also providing transportation for students staying outside of the district zone. They have buses, vans, even taxis to help. Overall, the staff says they are happy to be back.
Yeah, you know they are, just to get back to that normalcy, as we mentioned before. All right, you're seeing the sun poke out above the horizon here on your Wednesday morning.
4 minutes in? Is that what you're...
That's it, 4 minutes, 6:15.
Or is that for News 4?
4 News Now, it's for all of it. It's for all of it. It's a nice morning. We do have some cloud cover, though, and we're going to hold on to those clouds throughout the day. Let's get to the forecast. Right now, we're breathing easier than we were last week. Our air quality is good and looks to continue to be that way all week long. 74 will be our high today. Now, normal high is about 77. Like to share that information a lot. 48 for the overnight low, so clearing and cool. So we're not going to have the cloud cover. We're sitting at 52 degrees right now, so it's going to be cooler tomorrow. Deer Park, you're at 46 degrees right now. Again, we're sitting at 52 at West Plains, 47 into Post Falls, Hayden at 45 degrees, and Coeur d'Alene now warmed up to 51. Satellite and radar, just a few hints of some light scattered showers up to the north, moving into the Selkirks. Puget Sound's got a few scattered showers, but everybody else is high and dry. We look at, we can expect for forecast for the rainfall. Central part of the state is going to be high and dry all week long. We're going to see the influence coming in from the south. Now, we've got a weak ridge that's going to continue to keep that at bay, and we won't see but a 30% chance of some scattered light showers or sprinkles Thursday night into Friday. 74 today, 77 St. Mary's, 76 Coeur d'Alene, 76 into Pullman, very consistent, 78 Grand Coulee. Now, I want to cover what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. We're going to see temperatures potentially warmer than average into the Pacific Northwest. We're also going to see it being drier than normal for the next couple of weeks into the Pacific Northwest, including Spokane. We're going to be on the dry side, drier into the central part. So as we look down the road, that high pressure is going to continue to be dominant, and we're not going to see a lot of moisture coming in. So be prepared for another dry spell is what I'm telling you. 76 on Thursday, around 80 Saturday, Sunday, and we're going to hold on to those temperatures all the way into the middle of next week.
How about that?
It's going to be nice. As you said, Chris Crocker said, there's no complaint zone. It's really nice.
I agree. It is now 6:21. When the Cougs host the Wisconsin Badgers Saturday, you'll be able to watch the game right here on 4 News Now.
Yeah, it's the first time in a quarter century a team from a Power 5 conference outside of the Pac-12 has paid a visit to Pullman. We'll hear from the Cougs on this big opportunity against the Badgers next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. Thank you to all heroes. You will receive free admission on September 11th, compliments of Carpet Barn. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
This Saturday, the Cougs are doing something they haven't done in a long time. Washington State plays in the primetime on ABC for the first time in nearly 2 decades, and we've got you covered. Watch our half-hour special Friday at 6:30 on 4 News Now.
Kylie and I are excited to show you the rugged good looks and adventurous spirit of this all-new Subaru Outback.
It has a roomy interior and almost 9 inches of ground clearance that make on- or off-road driving fun.
Plus, Subaru's legendary safety features like symmetrical all-wheel drive and EyeSight driver assist technology.
Visit ParkerSubaru.com or drop by the dealership to learn about our great selection of vehicles built for adventure, comfort, and safety.
See the Subaru Outback and receive your no-problem customer service at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
We have a friend right now in one of the hospice houses. He said, the people are so happy here. And he said, I feel safe.
We get to be with people at a very sacred moment.
The mission of Hospice of Spokane is to help people live as fully as they can during those dying days and weeks.
To serve with a mission and learn how you can join the Hospice of Spokane team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Does your current roof have moss growing on it? Is it worn out or tattered? Have you recently seen the heat and electric bills going up? Then it may be time for you to get a new roof from McVeigh Brothers. McVeigh Brothers is the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. We also have great financing options to help you out, like no money down and up to 12 years low interest financing. So you can get everything you want now and pay for it later. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. Clint Black and Craig Morgan fans, get your tickets now at ticketswest.com. Plan your fair fun at thespokanefair.com.
It cannot be understated how important of a game this is for Washington State football. They got a top 25 team in Wisconsin coming into town on Saturday, and it's the first time the Cougars have hosted a power non-conference opponent in 25 years. The exposure is there, the primetime spot is there, and the players say they're ready for it.
This is what it is. We're the Coug Den up here, and we got to protect it. Can't let no Badgers come up and try to start some stuff.
It's not every day a team of Wisconsin's caliber comes to Pullman. The last non-conference power opponent to make the trip to the Palouse was Illinois in 1998.
There's a lot of things that matter for this game perceptually for Washington State.
Conference realignment is a result of growing broadcast dollars in college athletics. It's unlikely Washington State will get an invite to a major conference, leaving the Cougars searching for answers. Saturday's game against Wisconsin is Washington State's first home game on ABC in nearly 20 years. It's a chance for the Cougars to show they belong at the big boys' table.
You come here to put yourself, and you want a program where these games matter, and you create opportunities for yourself. You do that as a team. I know it's early in the season, but what an opportunity.
A win over the ranked Badgers could also help Washington State earn top 25 votes, which only improves the national perception of the program.
When you get a chance to get a team like Wisconsin, it's good for the community to come and show some support. So, hopefully we try to get a win for them.
And we'll have all your pregame coverage in our half-hour special at 6:30 on Friday here on 4 News Now, brought to you by BECU. Reporting in Pullman, Julian Minensone, 4 News Now Sports.
Not a lot of people thought the Cougs were going to be able to go into Wisconsin and win last year. So it should be interesting when they come to Pullman here now on Saturday.
Are you making predictions yet, or just?
I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Yeah. Right. But Cougs, of course. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:26.
As we go to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, stunning new allegations in the South Carolina murder case that gripped the nation.
The clerk of court had improper private communications with the jurors. The subject matter of those communications was the credibility of the defense.
Attorneys for convicted killer Alec Murdaugh alleging in a new court filing that his trial was tainted by bias, now calling for a new one. Lawyers for Murdaugh, who was found guilty of fatally shooting his wife Maggie and son Paul, accusing court clerk Rebecca Hill of engaging in extensive, deliberate, and self-interested jury tampering, claiming she advised jurors not to believe Murdaugh's testimony.
The question's going to be, is it true? Did she actually do this?
And coming up at 7 a.m., George Stephanopoulos speaking with Alec Murdaugh's attorneys in a morning interview. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
I'm Jason. I'm living with HIV, and I'm on Cabenuva. It helps keep me undetectable.
For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete long-acting HIV treatment you can get every other month.
Cabenuva is 2 injections given by my healthcare provider every other month. It's really nice not to have to rush home and take a daily HIV pill.
Don't receive Cabenuva if you're allergic to its ingredients or if you're taking certain medicines which may interact with Cabenuva. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If you have a rash and other allergic reaction symptoms, stop Cabenuva and get medical help right away. Tell your doctor if you have liver problems or mental health concerns, and if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Some of the most common side effects include injection site reactions, fever, and tiredness. If you switch to Cabenuva, attend all treatment appointments. Ready to treat your HIV in a different way? Ask your doctor about every other month Cabenuva.
Every other month, and I'm good to go.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water-wise this summer.
Do you have concrete floors that look like this? Let Everhard Painting Floor Coating Specialists transform your floors with their multi-step coating system. The finished product is spectacular. Call Everhard Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhard Painting, your painter for life.
If you need a new mattress, what you don't know could end up costing you. Come to Twilight Bedding Mattress Factory and talk to the experts. We make your mattress right here in our factory, so we can tell you exactly what it's made of. Twilight Bedding is also the only place in the area where you can still buy a double-sided mattress. Visit our website to learn the top 10 questions to ask when buying a mattress. And then come see us. Sleep Right by Twilight.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. See her triumphant story and prepare to be ecstatically blown away direct from Broadway. September 19th through 24th at First Interstate Center for the Arts.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. Get your tickets now for the Wheatland Bank PRCA Rodeo at ticketswest.com. Plan your fair fun at thespokanefair.com.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhard Painting has you covered. Everhard Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhard Painting today and receive $500 off. Everhard Painting, your painter for life.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now Story Tracker taking a look at some wildfire-related stories this morning.
To help relieve some of the financial pressures facing families who lost everything in both the Oregon Road and Gray fires, the Washington Revenue Department announced it will waive or extend the amount of time those people will have to pay excise tax. Find more information on KXLY.com, including a link to file for an extension.
And if you're looking for ways to help support the families impacted by the Gray and Oregon Road fires, and not just by writing a check, take out your phone right now, open the camera, and point it at your screen. This QR code will take you to a full list of ways you can support organizations needing your time or specific donations for Spokane County wildfire victims. You can also find this list by searching Here to Help on KXLY.com.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Wednesday, September the 6th. Mark Peterson is here with a look at that first alert forecast and pretty near perfect conditions across the region today.
It's going to be pretty nice. So we're going to have a little more cloud cover than yesterday, but you can see we'll have some sun breaks in there, and this is our morning view. And it looks pretty nice. 52 degrees, so again, some cooler weather in some areas. In fact, we look around our area. Deer Park, you're at 46 degrees, again with partly cloudy to cloudy conditions, 47 to Post Falls. Cheney at 51. Here's 4 things you need to know. These chilly mornings will continue all week long. More clouds today than we'll see tomorrow. In fact, it should be sunny. Highs are going to be in the 70s all week, and we could see some sprinkles or light rain showers come Friday. For today, we're going to see a continuation of some clearing later on tonight. Overnight, it's going to be clear, cool, and then we'll have a sunny day tomorrow. Here's our forecast for the day. We're going to warm up nicely. 74 the expected high today. We're going to spend low to mid 70s throughout much of the afternoon.
Well, Washington still has some of the highest gas prices in the country. You feel it every time you go to the pump.
According to AAA, the average price of gas in Washington is $5.09 a gallon. That is $1.28 more than the national average. A factor for these rising costs has to do with the state's cap and trade system. Bronte Swarovski is live this morning explaining how these numbers compare here in Spokane.
Well, here in Spokane County, the average cost of gas is $4.77 a gallon. Now, here at this gas station behind me on Division, it's $4.68 a gallon. In July, the average price of gas in Washington State, $4.95 a gallon, the highest in the country. Now, that's $1.41 more than the national average. Places like Seattle, average gas prices have been as high as $5.24 a gallon. And according to AAA, Washington's gas prices were 8% higher than they were this time last year. At the end of August, California took over for having the highest gas costs in this country, but gas prices here in Washington were still more than $1 above the national average at $5.10 a gallon versus $3.82. Now, one reason prices have skyrocketed has to do with the state's cap and trade program. The program aims to reduce state carbon emissions. What it does is it requires companies to buy carbon allowances for each metric ton of carbon their products emit, meaning it costs companies more money to sell their gas here in Washington, and that added cost gets pushed onto drivers. The program requires companies that make more than 25,000 metric tons of carbon to bid on allowances to offset the pollution that they generate. The first two auctions brought in $800 million, with the money going towards environmental projects like replacing gas-powered public transit with electric. And you can find more information about this story up on our website, KXOI.com. Reporting live in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
And new from the Breaking Now desk. This morning, a rising number of COVID cases sparking new concern just as students fill classrooms across the country. Districts in Kentucky and Texas have briefly suspended in-person classes following a surge in cases. Meanwhile, some healthcare facilities in New York and California have now reinstated mask mandates as a precaution. COVID hospitalizations nationwide have increased more than 15% in 1 week. However, a new booster shot, which is expected to protect against severe disease and death from a new variant, could be available soon. The FDA is expected to approve the booster within the next week, and the CDC is soon expected to follow.
It's tough to say COVID is back when in reality it never really left. We're just much better prepared to deal with it.
Doctors are also warning, don't throw out those expired at-home testing kits because the FDA has extended when certain brands expire. The agency has posted a list of new expiration dates you can find right now on its website. And at this moment, doctors say the latest COVID variant appears to be no more dangerous than previous strains. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
A registered sex offender was arrested for violating his probation by working the ticket booth at the North Idaho State Fair. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says this man, Richard Landreth from Coeur d'Alene, failed to notify his probation officer of the new employment. That was, quote, a clear violation of his probation. A judge set his bond at $250,000. The Sheriff's Office explains that neither the county, fairgrounds, nor the fair itself had anything to do with his hiring, that it was an independent business.
The West Bonner County School Board announced it will meet today to evaluate its superintendent, Brandon Durst. Last Friday's meeting was canceled when a judge granted a restraining order preventing the board from taking action in regards to the vote that recalled the school board's chair and vice chair. But the agenda does not specify what exactly the board is evaluating.
As kids go back to the classroom, some major companies are asking if it's time for adults to get back in the office. Getting workers back to the office after the depths of COVID-19 has had stops and starts. But now some CEOs say they mean it. They say they want workers back in the office this fall or they'll face consequences.
We are at a clash of contexts right now where employers, again, as I said, and employees are not on the same page.
And that includes some companies that flourished during the early days of the pandemic, like Amazon and Zoom. Employees are finding the labor market is no longer tight enough to give them an upper hand. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:37.
All right, let's send things back over to Mark Peterson for a look at what you can expect as you head out today.
Green light is on for traffic. No major problems other than construction everywhere you look. But we're going to be in the low to mid 50s all morning long. So again, a little bit of a cool spot there. Winds out of the south to 7 miles an hour, so that could also put a little bite in the air. We're going to talk about some warming conditions coming into our area.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
It's time to heat things up with Falco's annual More Than Fair sale. Our Enviro Fireplace showroom is simply too big to bring to the fair. So if you'll come see us, we'll give you the best deal on all Enviro pellet and gas heating appliances. Enviro Fireplaces at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Why join UFCW 3000? I'm the lead person when we negotiate with employers for better wages, benefits, and working conditions.
I appreciate UFCW 3000 for making sure we have fair wages,
health care, and a pension plan. Things every working person deserves.
Our website can both answer your questions and connect you with our team who can help you explore your union opportunities.
From Fast 10, Vin Diesel.
I hear that you have like a dream casting for the final film. Who is that, other than me? I'm just kidding.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
The Labor Day mattress savings have been extended this week at Walker's.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year on all your favorite brands like Purple, Serta iComfort, and Beauty Rest mattress sets.
Plus, special 5 years no interest financing with no money down was brought in, as well as an additional $100 gift card with select sets sold and free local delivery.
Making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less.
During the final week of savings at Walker's.
After 17 years together, the Rachel Ray Show farewell begins with 80s icon Andrew McCarthy.
Is this true?
It all comes back to the Brad Pack.
Mixed Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5.
Never a doubt. See our great selection of Tundras with backup assist technology and other advanced features at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
It's time to heat things up with Falco's annual More Than Fair sale. Our Enviro Fireplace showroom is simply too big to bring to the fair. So if you'll come see us, we'll give you the best deal on all Enviro pellet and gas heating appliances. Enviro Fireplaces at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Welcome back. Kids in Coeur d'Alene returned to class yesterday, but some of them had to walk a little bit further to the bus than last year.
Yeah, though the district has levy funding to pay for more drivers, it hasn't found enough of them yet and can't hit all the normal stops. Coeur d'Alene's district operations director, Jeff Buller, says although students may have different bus stops this year than they did last year, all the students still have a route. He admits the district could have informed parents about changes earlier.
Heard some feedback that they were frustrated with the long changes, and ultimately I think we didn't give them enough time in the communication that we put out, and we own that.
Parents with concerns about their child's new route are asked to contact the district directly by email. The district does want to collect feedback and make necessary adjustments later. In the meantime, the school district is still actively recruiting bus drivers. If you're interested in either full or part-time employment as a driver, you will need to have a commercial driver's license and complete necessary training.
And as you head out this morning, remember, speed cameras are now active in school zones. 8 speed cameras are operating at 1 high school and 6 elementary schools throughout Spokane. Speeding tickets in these zones could cost you hundreds of dollars.
Really what we're trying to do is make sure that kids are safe as they're walking to and from school. So these cameras are active in the half hour before school starts, the half hour after school lets out.
The Spokane Police Department urges you to leave yourself a little extra time, slow down, remember it's 20 miles per hour in school zones, and watch for both walkers and bikers.
All right, on this Wednesday, your 10-second takeaway, more clouds than what we saw yesterday. You're probably going to need a light layer heading out because it's on the cool side. Shades for later on, some sun breaks expected, but 74 will be our high.
All right, Mark, thanks. Good morning, Northwest time is 6:42.
All right, Mark will be back with his complete forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes' time. We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Wednesday morning. Beautiful skies outside right now. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Did you just buy a new home and don't have a lot of extra cash on hand for furniture? Or are you upsizing your home and need to fill it? Consign Furniture in Liberty Lake can help by saving you thousands on decorating your home. With over 60,000 square feet of inventory, we have a variety of unique, budget-friendly items that will add value while saving you a ton of money. And the best part? You don't have to overspend. Buy here and save up to 70% off retail with countless designer name brand options to choose from. Consign Furniture, the smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
This Saturday, the Cougs are doing something they haven't done in a long time.
Washington State plays in the primetime on ABC for the first time in nearly 2 decades, and we've got you covered.
Watch our half-hour special Friday at 6:30 on 4 News Now.
What's in a name?
a question that has never had more relevance. First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Let's go! Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance only at Blue Compass RV.
You can start your day wanting an all-natural pregnancy and end it wanting an epidural. It's called being human. A human who takes care of their eyes, then stares at their phone, who embraces self-care and believes beauty is worth some pain. So go ahead and do your 10-step skincare routine and make the 11th sun. Teach your kids that aging is beautiful while trying to prevent it. With traditional medicine and alternative remedies, there's no wrong way to treat life at Rite Aid. And now get your flu shot with easy scheduling, fast appointments, plus walk-ins available daily.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th.
It is 6:45. A possible new clue today in the manhunt for a convicted killer who escaped prison.
Authorities in Pennsylvania have reported new sightings of the fugitive, and the search area has now expanded. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
This morning, the urgent manhunt for escaped murderer Danilo Cavalcante entering its 7th day. The search zone expanding in a Pennsylvania forest after new reports of footprints in the area. The possible clue just a few miles from where these trail cameras captured images of him in Longwood Gardens, a sprawling botanical attraction outside Philadelphia.
The photos confirm that Cavalcante has not changed his appearance, but also that he has obtained a backpack.
Police say Cavalcante slipped through a nearby perimeter, but believe he's still lurking nearby.
We realized within just a few hours where he was, and so he's not had a tremendous amount of time to move a long distance.
We're learning more about how Cavalcante may have broken out of the Chester County Prison. Officials have not said how, but the Philadelphia Inquirer reports that a source inside the prison says Cavalcante climbed onto the roof from the exercise yard, then ran across the roof and dropped down to a less secure area, fleeing the prison grounds from there. The source says this was nearly identical to how a previous prisoner escaped only months ago. State police and the district attorney's office declined to comment on that report, and the prison did not return our request for comment. Cavalcante was previously sentenced to life in prison for killing his girlfriend in front of her children. And with Cavalcante still on the run overnight, one nearby school district closed again today.
Everybody's like a little bit nervous, I guess.
The district attorney and state police have now opened investigations into the escape. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Here is your live look on a Wednesday morning. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous sky. Of course, there's some clouds out there, and it looks like that might be the case today.
Yeah, and we do have some areas like in the upper 40s right now.
Yeah, some mid-40s as you head out the door in some areas to the north. So again, just we're transitioning our mornings from, you know, the mid to upper 50s a week or two ago.
We hate to admit it, but
yeah, it's all happening too fast. 46 into Deer Park, 45 into Hayden, and into areas around the downtown corridor all the way across through the valley, low 50s. So that's the current condition. We're going to warm up into the mid-70s today. It's going to be a really nice day. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, but we'll have more cloud covered today than we did yesterday. It clears overnight. It's going to get cool again with temperatures into the 40s throughout our region. Now, our highs today, we're going to be, as we talked about, mid to upper 70s, officially 74, but 78 in Meade. Look for Spirit Lake to be 73, Coeur d'Alene 76 degrees, 75 into Hayden. So yeah, it's going to be a nice day. There's no doubt about it. We look at what we can expect when it comes to moisture. Okay, that's been the discussion. We had very wet weather coming in last week. That was good news, great news. Now we're going to have a drying trend. We have a little bit of virgo, a little bit of light rain showers coming into the Selkirks. That's it. We're going to remain dry through Friday, maybe a chance of showers. Nationally, from the central part all the way over to the west coast, relatively dry. Not a lot of energy there. Things are looking good. You get into Indiana, Iowa, up into Wisconsin. They're going to have some severe weather also into parts of Tennessee. That'll continue to make its way to the Atlantic seaboard. It'll take a couple of days before it gets there. Air quality, good. We have those south winds coming in. No fires to the south where we're drawing up a bunch of that smoke, but the fires still rage into Canada. But that smoke is aloft and heading out of the area. The smoke forecast, we could see a little bit of haze in the air. That's going to be on Thursday because we're going to start to pull maybe a little bit of smoke out of the Wenatchee area and potentially out of Canada. But it should not affect our air quality per se, but just add a little color to the sunrises and sunsets. Mid-70s today, 77 into Ritzville, heading to Moses Lake, 79. And then low 80s Tri-Cities with mid to upper 80s into the LC Valley for the day, and everybody dry there as well. So mid-70s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday 78. Look at the weekend. Sunny, temperatures around 80. Overnight lows are going to be in the low 50s. Going to be picturesque, could be perfect. And it's time to contemplate some changes for fall. I'd enjoy this weekend and just write them down.
Your fall goals?
I would not do the work, but I would write what you need to do.
It's a
At least
start.
you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:49. Your morning sprint is coming up.
Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Wednesday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mysticwa Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
I like the always pan and perfect pot. Only at our place.
Do you have property damage?
Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet is North Idaho's premier flooring shop. They have your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their designers help you find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. If you can dream it, they can floor it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
This is delightful. We've gone from a restrictive budget to more fun more often, all because we signed up for a dividend-earning Kasasa checking account from Canopy Credit Union. It earns us a high dividend rate of up to 4.07% annual percentage yield on up to $25,000. If you do the math, that's up to $84 we can earn in extra cash deposited right into our savings account every month, automagically. Learn more at canopycu.com. Limits and conditions apply.
Experience the breathtaking production that leaves both audiences and critics awestruck. Les Miserables.
November 14th through 19th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets available at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Are you looking for the perfect time to get back to the gym and get fit this fall? Let's go! Join now as Move Fitness celebrates their 9-year anniversary and get started on a new routine today.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday with the Morning Sprint.
Yeah, Sydney Charles has the latest details on sentencing for former Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio.
Mark Peterson has your forecast on a cloudy, mild day ahead.
But first, Washington has some of the highest gas prices in the country. Let's get to Bronte Saratsky live with details on what's contributing to those higher prices at the pump.
Well, one of the reasons that gas prices here in Washington have skyrocketed has to do with the state's cap and trade program. It requires companies to buy carbon allowances for each metric ton of carbon their products emit, meaning it costs companies more money to sell their gas here in Washington. That added cost gets pushed on to drivers. The program aims to reduce state carbon emissions and hopes that the money going towards it can go to projects like replacing gas-powered public transit with electric.
All right, first alert weather. It is going to be a mild day today, no doubt about it. Somewhat of a cool start. I mean, Deer Park here at 46, 49 in Spangle, 45 into Hayden, but everyone else also is hovering around 50 degrees, so just throw an extra layer on. We are going to see cloud cover throughout the day, then clearing overnight. It'll be sunny tomorrow. It's going to be wonderful. Our day today, yeah, we're starting off in the low 50s, but 74 will be our high today.
We now know the name of the man shot and killed in Spokane Valley over the weekend. Police say Dennis Vizina was shot by 46-year-old Jason Barton Saturday near the Jack in the Box on North Argonne. According to newly released court documents, Barton shot Vizina in the back while he was running away. Barton's charged with first-degree murder.
A 54-year-old man is in custody accused of firing multiple rounds in Moscow yesterday morning. Investigators say it happened near South Almond and First Streets, just north of Highway 8 and west of 95. Police cordoned off a number of blocks and gave a shelter-in-order place that lasted for hours as they tried to get that man to surrender. He now faces multiple charges, including unlawful discharge of weapons, disturbing the peace, and restricting or obstructing officers.
Kootenai County Sheriff's deputies arrested a registered sex offender for violating his probation. He was working the ticket booth at the North Idaho State Fair. The sheriff's office says Richard Landreth, this man from Coeur d'Alene, failed to notify his probation officer of the new employment, and that was a clear violation of his probation. His bond set at $250,000. The sheriff's office explains that neither the county fairgrounds nor the fair itself had anything to do with that man's hiring, that it was an independent business.
The West Bonner County School Board announced it will meet to evaluate its superintendent, Brandon Durst. Last Friday's meeting was canceled when the judge granted a restraining order preventing the board from taking action in regards to the vote that recalled the school board's chair and vice chair. But the agenda does not specify what exactly the board is evaluating.
Former Proud Boys national chairman Enrique Tarrio is sentenced to more than 2 decades behind bars in the longest sentence imposed so far in connection with the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Tarrio was not present at the riot, but prosecutors still say he played a key role, arguing that he watched the violence unfold at 2:38 p.m., posting to social media, "Don't expletive leave." Now, the Justice Department is preparing to put former President Donald Trump on trial at the same courthouse in Washington, D.C., on charges that he illegally schemed to overturn the 2020 presidential election results.
Coming up next on Good Morning America, breaking news out of Ukraine, where Secretary of State Antony Blinken landed earlier this morning. Also this morning, the lawyers for convicted killer Alex Murdaugh are calling for a new trial after accusing the clerk of court of jury tampering. They join GMA Live coming up in a few moments.
If you work at a school, you can get a free coffee today. Wake Up Call is welcoming teachers and staff members back to school with a free drink. The local coffee shop wants to thank and honor the hard work for those who help support, nurture, and educate the children in our community. So today only, teachers and school staff should bring in school IDs to receive a free 20-ounce drink of their choice at any Wake Up Call location.
The Riverside School District delayed the start of the school year by a week because of the Oregon Road fire. But the time has come. Classes resume this morning. These empty halls will be filled with students, but back to school looks a lot different for northern Spokane County this year. Some families don't have a home, let alone school supplies. About 100 kids in the district have homes within the fire zone. Some are living in cars or with friends and family. To help, the district is providing transportation for students staying outside of the district's zone.
To help relieve some of the financial pressures facing families who lost everything in both the Oregon Road and Gray fires, the Washington Revenue Department announced it will waive or extend the amount of time you'll have to pay your excise tax. For more information, You can go to KXNY.com, including a link to file for an extension. One more check of weather next.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
It's showtime. 10 days of fair fun starts Friday, September 8th. All school employees, private and public, receive free admission on Sunday, September 17th. Learn more at thespokanefair.com.
Twilight Bedding is the choice for all your mattress needs and now has 2 convenient locations in Spokane. Every mattress is manufactured locally, right here in Spokane, and crafted to meet any need you have, whether it's for your bedroom, boat, RV, or your pet. Stop by either location today and talk with an expert about the mattress that's right for you. Sleep right by Twilight.
We hope that you are having a great start to your Wednesday. Mother Nature a little slow to roll on the blue sky. It'll really be tomorrow. Today, clouds, some sun breaks, and we're going to have a high today of 74 degrees. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s all afternoon long. Looks pretty good, but it's going to take a while to warm up. Now, not only today, mid 70s, but again for Thursday with more sunshine. Friday's going to be 78, and then we get back to the weekend where we're going to have sunshine, 80 degrees with overnight lows in the low 50s. It's looking really good. In fact, we're going to keep that near 80 Monday and Tuesday, which is above average.
Just about perfect for the next week.
I say so.
We'll
Hey,
take
thanks
it.
for being with us this morning. Good Morning America starts next.